Welcome back to the RV Rundown. I'm your host Barry, and today we're checking out the 2025 Forest River Wildwood 32BHDS. Now I've just come in through the front door where we're in our kind of combined living room slash kitchen and dining space. It's expanded upon by way of the slide that you see here to my left. And this is a pretty big slide. It hosts a couch and a dinette. We'll get to that in just a second, but I'm going to start by focusing on this beautiful entertainment center that they put as the centerpiece of the room, in my opinion. We have a nice backsplash here, this nice textured wall panel. We've got some shelving up high for storage, some accent lights, a spot to mount our flat screen TV, all of the necessary connections. Again, more storage running down that side. And then down low we have a glass top storage unit that has a fireplace built into it. It all has a very clean and modern look. In addition to that, that fireplace is electric. It will put off heat in the wintertime to help offset some of your propane cost. Moving into that modern sphere, Forest River has really reimagined all of their brands. They're doing things like putting in these really slick looking light bars across the ceiling instead of puck lights. These are dimmable, so you can control how much brightness you want to have in here. Also, they're putting accent lights wherever they can. So we have accent lights running across the top of the slide, inside of these cool little accent panels, really giving it a whole vibe that you don't see in a lot of other RVs. The sofa that's sitting directly across from our TV here does a couple of neat things as well. It's a jackknife, so if we lift up on it and lay it flat, it can become a bed. There's hidden storage up underneath with custom-sized crates that fit in there to keep all of your stuff organized. It can be this L-shaped sofa, or it can be just a standard sofa jackknife, and that other side of the bench can be dedicated towards that dinette. I think that's pretty neat. More on that dinette in a second, but let's take a look at this kitchen. The kitchen is L-shaped. We've got a nice single basin sink in here, and we've got a high-rise faucet, a little bit of a sink cover that's going to allow us to clean up a little easier and make prep a little easier. For power, they've done a few things. We have a GFCI tower that pops up in the back. It's got USB ports. It can lower down and get out of the way and be hidden if you need it to. There's storage all the way around this kitchen, so we've got big drawers and shelves down low, some big storage cabinets up high, and they hid the microwave away behind the hood, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's on a strut assist, so this lifts up and out of the way to reveal that microwave. You still have your standard hood kind of tucked up underneath here with all of your lighting controls and fan controls. This is a neat way to give this kitchen a clean, modern look while also just kind of hiding away one of your appliances. On the other side of it, they did install a cool little spice rack. I think that's neat. And of course, we have our Furrion 12-volt refrigerator. It cools down quick. It's got a lot of space inside. It seems to be the go-to industry standard. When it comes to further storage in the kitchen, we have these big cabinets here that are essentially our pantry for this RV. Now, we got a brief glimpse of this dinette when we were talking about the sofa, but this dinette is actually kind of cool. It can do a lot of things. So one, it extends. Two, it can slide left and right. Pretty neat. So that gives us a few things that we can do here. We can flip the cushions from the sofa to the other side and create a bench for this table when it's all the way over. And when it's extended, we can have the two stools out. which makes it seat 4. We can push it in and have 2 stools on the round, making it a little breakfast nook. Or I could see just pushing it all the way to one side and just using it as an office desk setup. Overall, I think that's a pretty clever and versatile solution to a long-standing dining table problem that this industry has, where it was either booth or freestanding. This is kind of adjusting and meeting needs across all of those different things. Note too that we have big windows everywhere they can fit them, and they've gone in and put in these nice privacy roller shades. They're super easy to use. They roll up and down really easily. And extending the entertainment into the dining and kitchen area, you'll notice that we have JBL speakers in our roof, both over the living room and the dining area, and outside for that matter. And we have a head unit right up front by our main control panel that you can connect to and run from your phone. Taking up any dead space that they had, they created this little, I'm going to call it like an appliance garage. This is a great space to set up a toaster or a coffee maker, charge your phones, but we've got storage up high, storage down low, a little counter space, and a plug. I think it's a nice little dry bar area for getting things ready in the morning, or those items that you don't necessarily always need access to. Directly across from that is our bathroom. What makes this bathroom cool in my mind is that it has its own entrance from the outside, which means that if you're at the beach or you're out somewhere and it's hot and you don't really want kids running through the camper in and out, they have the ability to just come straight into the bathroom, use it, and then go right back outside and keep playing. It has a big shower enclosure with a skylight up above, so us tall people are comfortable showering. More of that fancy accent lighting and backsplash going on in here. Some storage up under our sink with a GFCI plug and another foot flush toilet hiding down there. The bunk room is in the back of the unit. It's separated off with its own sliding door, and it can host about 3 to 4 kids depending on how big they are. So we have a few things going on here. You have the sofa down low in the slide, and that actually is more like a futon. So the whole thing's padded, it opens up and spreads out on the floor, easily sleeping 2 or 1 adult pretty comfortably. Up above it, we have a small bunk that drops down from the sidewall there. And then directly across from all of that, we have a whole bunch of storage in the form of these cool little storage baskets and cubes. But these also make up the staircase to get into that top bunk. There's a little handle up here, and it's, instead of a ladder, I think this is kind of a safer option for especially a little kid. We do have plugs up high for mounting a TV to the wall, and of course a spot to drop a phone and charge it up with a USB and a power outlet, both right there. Now I do want to mention that this is a 50 amp service camper. It comes equipped, as we've optioned it, with 2 ACs. One of those dumps directly back into this bunk room. Let's walk up to the front where we can check out the primary bedroom, the control panel, and a couple of other things. In the very front of the camper, we have our primary bedroom. I think this is a pretty slick layout. We've got big windows on either side with those privacy roller shades and a VersaTilt bed on an electric lift. That gives us a lot of room at the foot of the bed for getting up and getting ready in the morning. And when it comes to storage, we're no slouch here either. To the left of the bed, you have a hanging closet up high, a cabinet that opens down low and allows you to throw clothes down into a little laundry basket that you can retrieve from the outside storage. Behind it, you're going to find a set of shelves for storing a phone or whatever else you might want quick access to. And up above, we have cabinetry just extending the storage in the bedroom. On both sides, you're going to find plugs. And they did something that I think is different, it's kind of fun here. They put a set of steps to get up into the bed. If you're the type of folks that like to sleep with your dog, this makes it easy for them to just come right up in there and snuggle with you. So, no judgment, but hey, that's a great way for your old dog to come up and say hi. Now you can plug in a TV here. They put a TV backer in the wall at the foot of the bed with some plugs up high, and our AC is ducted into here from the primary living room AC, so it's going to get a lot of cool air blown in as well. Overall, I like the design of this bedroom fairly well. Let's pop right out here into the entryway where we have our primary control panel. So this is right by our entrance door. This is where we're going to check all of our tank and battery levels. We're going to turn our lights on as soon as we come through the door to control the dimmers, run our slide outs and our awning out. And it also is a spot where we can check our battery levels and how the solar is influencing that. So this does have a solar panel on the roof. And that, in addition with the 12-volt system, is just going to help keep it topped off. It's not really going to be able to do much but run lights long term, but it certainly helps keep all of your 12-volt systems in check. I spoke earlier about how there's JBL Entertainment on board. The main control panel for that's right here. Let's run all the slides in and let's see what's accessible at a quick pit stop. So with those slides closed, we come in through the front door and we do have access to that bedroom with ease. I can mostly grab things off the entertainment center if I needed something there. But really this, I mean, it's a squeeze, but even I'm a pretty big guy, can walk right around. I can use my kitchen. I can get to that sink, the stove. I can even get in the refrigerator and that pantry space that we talked about before. So overall, I'd say this is a pretty decent little thing. And remember, we have the outside door to that other bathroom, so we really don't need to open anything up at a quick pit stop here. We can get to pretty much everything on board. Pretty slick. All right, let's open it all back up. Let's go outside and see some of the features there. On the patio side of the Wildwood, you'll find a few things. First off, right here at our entrance, we have the step above entry stair system. This makes contact with the ground and doesn't bounce around like some of the older stairs do. There's a nice large grab handle for getting in and out of the door. And then just to the right of the steps, you'll find this little extend retract button. That's because this has power stabilizer jacks that run down at the touch of that button. Now they are not designed to level the camper, but rather just to hold it stable. At the very front, you'll find pass-through storage. It has an insulated baggage door with a magnetic catch, and this is kind of neat. It's a dry erase surface, so you could leave little messages, notes, reminders, checklists, whatever you can think of right there. Inside, you'll see our tools are nicely mounted up to the wall for handling, loose errant things like running jacks up and down. And this is a big pass-through storage that goes all the way to the other side. We can see a few components of the bedroom, primarily that Versatilt lift for the bed and the little laundry basket that's connected back to the cabinetry in the bedroom can be accessed from the other side of that pass-through storage. You can see we have an access service point for the Suburban hot water heater. We've got a JBL speaker that's out here that's connected back to the same head unit that we saw inside, the exhaust from our furnace, and also we've got our freshwater fill port, a couple of points to connect some power, so we've got 110 outlets there, another one of those JBL Bluetooth speakers, a large electric awning extends most of the length of the patio side and runs out easily at the touch of a button. It's LED lit, and then down low we have LED lights to help light up the patio side as well. And just past the awning, we have that second entrance, the one that goes straight into the bathroom. Next to that bathroom door, up under those bunks inside, we have an outdoor kitchen entertainment area where we've got some storage, a spot to hook up yet another TV if you wanted to, outside sink, nice shelving up above, an Everchill refrigerator, and a propane grill. Coming around to the rear of the Wildwood, you'll notice that grill we saw is bumper mounted. It has a cover that goes on it, and it simply swings and locks into place for traveling. It's on that 4-inch square tube bumper, which can also host a sewer hose if you want it to. Mounted up next to it, we have a full-size spare. Up high, you'll see that we have the Lippert connection for an extendable ladder to get up on your walkable roof, and this is pre-wired for a backup camera. In between the slides on the off-door side, we have our primary shoreline connection for that 50 amp service cable. We have cable and satellite in right next to it, and down below those, you'll notice that we have black tank flush and the city water in, all kind of centrally located. And then down below and to the right, we have our dump station for our gray and our black tanks. Something that's noteworthy about these Wildwood slides is that they're run on a rack and pinion system. It's a mechanical gear set. It's really solid. It's one of the better ones for running slides in and out in the industry, in my opinion. And on top of that, they've gone in and they went ahead and prepped these for awning toppers, or slide toppers as some people call them. But you'll see these Solera Quick Connect panels up here. That's just a sign that a awning topper can be installed with relative ease. And here at the front of the camper, just on this side, we have that pass-through storage that we saw from the other side. It's accessible both ways. And we have a nice rounded aerodynamic front cap helping us with those MPGs. And down low, you'll notice that we have a dual propane tank holder next to our electric tongue jack. Standard coupler down here, and they put in one of these cool little doodads that holds your 7-pin as well as your chains, just kind of keeping them up off the ground and out of the mud. There's even a battery cutoff switch right next to your primary battery tray. I really like the look of the new 2025 Wildwood. Forest River has rebranded as a whole. They've got a new logo, they've got new exteriors, they've got new interiors. This is a completely different trailer from what it was last year. Overall, I think it's a clean, modern look with lots of smart additions. It's certainly worth seeing for yourself in person at Southern RV, or you can visit us online at southernrv.com. Give us a call with any questions at 770-477-0552. And please like, comment, subscribe, share. It really helps out our channel. And until next time, happy camping.